1.2 million children are trafficked every year worldwide. 250,000 children are trafficked in Asia Pacific. An estimated 90,000 children are trafficked annually from India. But most of the cases are not reported, so the data are not accurate. It could be more than 90,000. Next. So this is the cycle how trafficking happens. I mean, how the young girl is trapped. So this is the cycle how it happens. Mostly the girls targeted ages 11 to 14 years. From a poverty-stricken village, there are 3 ways how the girl can be trafficked or trapped. Either the girl's family sell her a false job promise, or she's kidnapped or abducted by the trafficker. And the destination is the brothel. And the result is girl tries to run away, or we could save the girl during a rescue operation. And the options are either the girl is placed in a shelter home, or she returns to her village, which I believe, again, she's going back to the poverty or vulnerable situation, or the girl living on the street clueless. And our goal is that the girl joins Destiny Reflection to reform her life. So this is Destiny Foundation and Reflection. Destiny Foundation is a trust. Reflection is a business arm, founded 2008. Smarita Sengupta and myself and Rebecca Bevinger. We got financial assistance from MBS and Clayton family. And here I can tell you what kind of services we are providing at Destiny and Reflection. Number 1, we attempt to give a family environment to all the employees or the members, because that is what they lack of, they don't see. So this is a picture where a girl is celebrating her birthday. We celebrate each and every girl's birthday at Destiny. We make sure to do that. And second one is therapy. Therapy is very, very important because the girls, they're extremely traumatized and damaged. To repair that, we come through therapy. In the picture, you can see the girl very young, and she's a victim, and the child is her child. So you can imagine the age gap between the mother and the child. So they're trafficked as young as this. Healthcare is equally important because when we receive the girl, they come with several diseases from being exploited in the brothel. So this is very, very important so that they can move on. Housing is another important thing. Girls, basically, they have no place to go after shelter home. When the house or family is not supportive or not safe, that is a big issue. We try to provide hostel accommodation so that they're safe. Loans, advice, and most important, encouragement or court trials. That is the hardest part for a young girl to fight against the trafficker. And most of the time, they're either relatives or a strong person from the village. So they are scared that they will lose the family connection, they will never be able to go back home. So they need a lot of courage to move for the court case. Annual retreats is what we thought is very, very important because most of them or all of them, they have never seen what life is out of the shelter home or their enslaved thing. So that we have included that very recently. And vocational training, that is what we aim to transfer them to the business arm. This is more about the business arm of Destiny Foundation, where the women or young girls, they transit from foundation to reflection, the business arm. Here we aim to provide a dignified employment, teach them to being professional, create a professional atmosphere, Our target is to sell our product worldwide so that we can also tell people about trafficking and create market for our product. Right now, we are able to develop network with US, Canada, Australia, and UK. We have salary incentives, so the girls are benefited. Reintegration, we want them to reintegrate into the society back. We try hard if the girl can go back to the family or through wedding. Wedding is a way of reintegration too. We do have entrepreneurial opportunities. For example, 15 women have become small entrepreneurs, and some of them has moved to different jobs also. And another example I would give is one of the survivor girl who joined Destiny from red light area. She's now taking care of her mother who is HIV positive, and she's able to move out of the red light area.